Hello everyone. So welcome to session number 2 of major project, and today we shall be discussing the next things that you should be knowing about. So is there anyone who is also facing problem in doing acing your interview? There is no format for resume. You can just share the basic details of your guide, that is their educational qualification, their experience, and their contact details. That's it. Not much is required. Because, see, we are only concerned about these three things. In case we need to contact them, we need their contact details. We need to know their educational qualification, as that is the criteria. We want to know about their experience, as that is also a criteria. That is why all these three things are required. And please, I would just request you to enter with your own name. Why you have to enter as anonymous attendee? Why you do not put your name in this? It would be helpful for me to call you by your name and explain your question to you, because I'll be addressing your question. Nikita, it is not showing, it is showing no courses in your course section. Okay, but as I can see in the in your course dissertation course, it is showing. So you should contact support team by writing an email that it is not showing. Kunal, you can submit it later on also. It is not a mandate that you have to submit it and then only you can proceed for major project. It can be done later also. Okay, students, if you have classmates, if you have any kind of group, official, unofficial, anything, just let your friends know that the major project class is going on and share the link with them so that they can join. Because I can see very few students are here, and every time I see that there are a lot of students in these classes. Okay, all right. Let us move forward. So, some general things today. What are different types of research, exploratory and descriptive, and types of investigations could be casual and correlational, and study settings could be correlational and non-contrived and casual contrived. Time horizon could be cross-sectional research, longitudinal research. Application could be, it could be pure research based and applied research as well, and type of information, quantitative and qualitative different. Now, descriptive research is about describing what is prevailing, and explanatory research is to explain why the relationship between two things is formed. Okay, students, let's keep only one place for posting queries, that is chat box. Do not go for chat box and Q&A section both. Okay, so just submit in the chat box. Now the type of investigation. Casual research. Investigation of cause and effect relationship, that is variation in the variable assumed to cause the change in the other variable. That means when we take a dependent and independent variable, that means how change in one thing is affecting the change in another thing in the dependent variable, that is causal research, sorry, correlational research, to ascertain if there is any relationship between two things or not. Correlational non-contrived research, the relation to be determined, natural environment in which event occurs normally. Casual contrived research, cause and effect relationship, the specific situation being studied is created by the observer. Okay, so what's the difference between these two? That in one place you are okay. At one place you are taking the natural environment, whereas at another place you are creating a setting. So casual contrived research is more about scientific research. Okay, so where do you create a certain situation in situ? Okay, in situ you create such situation when you are doing scientific experiments, and in natural environment you normally do management researches, etc. You must have heard in your management studies that there was an experiment on the basis of the effect of light on the performance of the labor. Okay, so that kind of experiment would be uh, in the created environment where the observer wants to observe a specific thing, keeping all other things as constant. Okay, so when we are keeping every other thing as constant, then that would be casual contrived research, where other natural factors cannot affect the results of your research. Okay, admin, is the recording happening? Can anyone tell me if the recording is happening? Let me check. Okay, recording is good. Give me a moment. Okay, so just Karan just asked that, ma'am, the type of research being discussed, are these the research methodology type, or we can choose from for our major project instead of going with broad term such as primary or secondary research methodology? See, just Karan, after choosing primary or secondary research, you also need to understand that what kind of research you will be opting in that. Like among these questions, I don't know why this laptop is hanging today. Okay, the research I just mentioned, yeah, these one. So this is part of your primary research, okay? And moreover, if you are MBA or MCOM student, you are supposed to do primary research only. Okay, there is very little scope that we would accept a project with secondary research. Fine. Now, what is cross-sectional and longitudinal result? When you study sample of data analysis at different specific point of time. Okay, see, when you study a data of, let's say, different age groups at a certain point of time, then that would be your cross-sectional research. That means you are seeing an effect of something on different age groups at a single point of time. Whereas longitudinal research would be when you will be doing research of same person at different interval of time, of same situation at different intervals. That would be longitudinal research. Yeah, I'm facing a lot of difficulty with it. Okay. Now we come to pure research and applied research. Pure research provide added addition to the existing body of knowledge of research methods, whereas applied one refers to scientific study and research that seeks to provide a solution to practical problems. That would be your applied research. Quantitative and qualitative, I think every one of you knows about it. Research problem aspects. Just a moment. Yes, Lavanya, if you get opportunity to do internship in any field, that would be used as your project, which is actually primary preference everywhere in MBA or for MCOM students even. We always believe that doing a project work in your internship area is the best way you can make the maximum use of it. Yes, yes, definitely you can put that, Lavanya. I think all the students can see each other's messages, right? Reply with yes if you can see each other's messages. Okay, that's perfect. Because I want you to see that what reply is being given to the other students' question so that your doubts are also resolved. Now, different aspects of study, different how to deal with different research problem. So what is a population? Population is the number of people, or in scientific researches or biological researches, population could be all organisms, and it could be all the things on which you are doing the study. Okay. Individuals, organizations, groups, communities. So what is your population out of the complete universe? That means there is existence of lot many things that are alike your sample, but this is the thing I am going to work on. Okay, that would be your study population. Then what is the among the subject area would be what is your problem, and what is your program, how you are going to conduct the complete study, which phenomena you are going to study. All these things would be covered in this. So problem would be what are the issues, situations, associations, needs, population, composition profiles, and all these things are together going to decide what would be your research problem. So first thing you do while making a project is deciding on the research problem. Okay, that is why this is being emphasized. Subject area, that means in the subject area comes the program. So you give a complete structure to your research. That means you are going to give a complete idea that what all things you are going to do one after another. Phenomena, cause and effect relationships, the study of phenomena itself. Now we come for a funnel approach in research. Identify a broad field of your interest. Dissect the broad areas into smaller areas. Select what is of most interest to you. For example, Lavanya just asked me about the research in data analytics, choosing data analytics. And in data analytics, she might be doing in HR, right? HR analytics, she might be doing in HR, then she would go for recruitment and selection. So this is how you dissect the topic. Yes, Komal, you can use the same topic as you have chosen for your minor project. Then raising a research question, then formulating the objectives, assessing your objectives, and then doing a double check for the feasibility that you will be able to complete this research or not, or do you have that many resources to complete that research or not. So this is how research could be done with the help of funnel approach. Just have a look at this while I will answer your question. Now you can go ahead and ask your questions, or if you want me to unmute you, you can tell me in the chat box. Yes, Komal, this topic would be perfect. Lavanya, the research methodology which is being explained to you, it is for explanation purpose. You will not have to dwell deep into it when you are making your project. You just have to write that you have chosen secondary data, and then you are doing the analytics on it. Okay, you are trying to find cause and effect relationship under it. Obviously, that is what you are going to do, right? This is everyone is doing this only in research. What we all are doing, we are doing data analytics on our research findings only, right? And even in PhDs, what they are doing, they are just compiling data sets and then running all these models on them and trying to find out cause and effect relationship. So this is how things are done. So you don't have to worry about it. It's very simple. Geet, go for a little bit more detailed topic. Okay, it could not be only mergers and acquisitions. If it is the broad area, then that's fine. Uh, Appendices would be important for your project because you will be submitting the minutes of meeting in this appendices, and other important things also. If you have got some tables, then the all the details of every table that you would be doing over here. No, Kunal, you don't have to submit any synopsis before major project report. Geet, that sounds better. So I think you can go for this project. There anything which cannot be included in the project, like questionnaire. Okay, all the filled questionnaire copies. That is to be added in the appendix. There is no such format for the appendix. Yes, Ikra, sir, this is a good case study. This would be perfect if you can justify it completely. You can work on it properly and you can justify it. Geet, would you like me to unmute you so that you can ask your question properly? Mention you cannot do the project without a guide because it is obviously required. Okay, for your many things, the guide is required. We cannot even give a reason why it is required because as you will proceed, you will find it out that at many point of time you do require a guide. Geet, you can talk now. Please unmute yourself.
गुड आफ्टरनून मैम।
Good afternoon. बताइए।
मैम ये प्रोजेक्ट सबमिशन में गाइड रिज्यूमे की डिटेल्स मांगी गई है, तो हाउ कैन आई रिज्यूम सबमिट इट?
देखिए, आपको गाइड के रिज्यूम में उसकी क्वालिफिकेशंस, उनके एक्सपीरियंस और उनकी कांटेक्ट डिटेल्स देनी जरूरी है बिकॉज ये तीन चीजें आप देंगे तभी हमारी रिक्वायरमेंट्स कंप्लीट होंगी। तो आप सिर्फ ये तीन चीजें दे दीजिए, दैट इज इनफ।
ओके मैम। एंड मैम हु इज द गाइड? ये भी है।
गाइड आपको खुद ढूंढना है। गाइड आपके अपने नोन में होंगे, गाइड आपको एमिटी से नहीं मिलेगा।
ओके मैम। एंड मैम प्रोजेक्ट सबमिशन में ऑर्गेनाइजेशन एक टॉपिक है, तो उसको हम कैसे एक्सप्लेन कर सकते हैं?
नहीं, ऑर्गेनाइजेशन एक टॉपिक नहीं है। ऑर्गेनाइजेशन में बस आपको ये फिल करना है कि आप किस ऑर्गेनाइजेशन पे रिसर्च कर रहे हो, और अगर नहीं है कोई ऑर्गेनाइजेशन तो आप सिर्फ एमिटी का नाम उसमें मेंशन कर दीजिए, दैट्स इट।
ओके मैम, थैंक यू मैम।
वेलकम। Share this answered your question as well in the chat box. Yes, Ikra, you can take them as your project guide. Yes, Lavanya, you can contact me with from Ask Your Professor. I'll be taking your session till the time there is a submission deadline. Nadia, in management, the project should be related to an organization because then only it will be of greater use to you. Should be, not must be. Sushil, if the area of if you are doing post graduation, then the guide should be post graduate, right? So any qualification less than that will not work. Yes, Subhashish, your manager could be your guide. Whether they are in India or not doesn't make any difference because you could also be a student from anywhere around the world. We are connecting online, right? So not a problem. Lavanya, it's not an issue if they are related to the project. If the expertise coincides, then it is not a problem at all. Ranjana, while you are doing post graduation, the guide need to have post graduation as well because these project based learnings come in post graduation normally. But you can share what kind of experience do they hold and what kind of project do you have. I'm waiting for other questions to come. Okay, so those who have got their doubts clear, they may leave the session as well. I'll be taking doubts only. No, Lalita, you cannot do project without guide. Shreya, I've already explained. If you are doing your project in any organization, just write its name. Or if you are not doing it any organization in any organization, then just write Amity Online. Sushil, with such kind of experience and exposure, obviously they can be your guide. But in startup, CEO means the person is experienced only from 2 to 3 years. So it is not a big deal at that place. But yes, if they have got huge experience with themselves, then obviously they can be your guide. Komal Dev, does your guide work on ML? Do they have experience of working on ML? No, then they cannot be your guide, okay? Because you are just talking about a product manager and you are saying that they are not postgraduate, and moreover, you are doing credit card fraud detection project, and by using machine learning doesn't resound. Shreya, extended abstract is not there in the project at all. I have explained this in the previous session as well. Nadia, you can just write the details of the organization. Udita Singh, no, that cannot be your guide with only 1 year of experience. Yes, Kunal, completing acing your interview will contribute to 10 marks in your major project grades. The reason why we have kept it is because it is required that you should understand what are different peculiarities of interviews before you complete your post graduation. So see, this is a big initiative from Amity Online because this course is from a very reputed institution and has got very good content. You must have seen the content. This kind of content is not for free of cost for any university or educational institution. This is obviously included by paying a hefty amount, but this is all being done as an extra initiative for our students so that they can get maximum out of their degree they are learning from Amity Online. And marks have been allocated to it because it is considered that when there is a grade specified with anything, then we do the learning with a different level of dedication. That is why marks have been attached to it. Okay, any other question? Shreya, you can ask question about acing your interview. Okay, any other doubts or questions, or should I uh, conclude the session? The deadline to submit major project, you must have got the guidelines, right? So you get 3 attempts if you submit in December first week, and 2 attempts if you submit 10 or 15 days later. So there is a complete timeline to it. Don't go for the last date. Go for the date on which you will get at least 3 attempts. Alina, the research design is basically all the aspects taken together, like primary research you are doing or secondary research, and what kind of like sample you have chosen, what is the universe of your research. All these things, when selected or designed according to your research, that is known as research design. Yes, Nadia, you can connect with me on Amigo through Ask Your Professor as well. All right, so I think I have taken all your doubts. We are going to have Acing Your Interview webinar after this. I hope you have got the communication for the same as well. It is going to be very enriching session, and I would like all of you to join it and contribute to it, because there are always mock interview sessions happening over there. If you would gain confidence in giving mock interviews, only then you will be able to sit for the actual interviews as well. Trust me, it becomes really very easy to sit for a real interview once you have given the mock one, because you do not have anything to lose in the mock interview, right? You only have confidence to gain. Thank you so much, everyone. Have a wonderful day ahead. And I'll see you in the another session of Acing Your Interview. Yes, Sushil, that is okay. Okay, IT team, we can stop the recording and end the session.